The Knicks postgame show is presented by Tri-State Audi. Visit your Tri-State area Audi dealer today. Miles McBride, a couple of big threes in the fourth quarter. Knicks up by 16 with 3:10 to go. But Gary Trent Jr. for 3, 40 seconds to go. Toronto within 2. So the Knicks up 2. Jalen Brunson, key bucket of the game, and 1. He had 25-9 in the fourth quarter. And the Knicks hang on. Their first win in Toronto since 2015, 112 to 108. Boy, these games are something, aren't they? From our Delta MSG studios, Bill Pito, Monica McNutt, Alan Hahn. They were watching the game. I said to Monica, Knicks up by 16, 3 minutes to go, it's over. And she said, be careful, and you were right.
Listen, the Raptors, while they have struggled this year, the standings, the record, doesn't look great. They are good for creating chaos at the end of a game, picking up their defense. This is the team that leads the league in steals per game, and OG Anunoby personally leads the league in steals, and so they create chaos. I will say what we said, what's today? It's Friday. I will say what we said Wednesday. Without Jalen Brunson, I'm fearful about the result of that ball game for the Knicks.
Yeah, I mean, again, and you saw it when he was out, like how important he is to this team, especially late game execution, and that's just certainly what he did. I mean, that's a huge bucket he gets because all the momentum is going the Raptors' way, and you get the clear out, and Tom Thibodeau calls it. This is the NBA. You know, this is what's going to happen. I have so many times you hear from fans who watch the game, and they're like, oh, it's all ISO. It's all ISO late in the game. Move the ball, pass the ball. That's the worst thing you can do because against a team like this, the more passes you make, the more susceptible you are to a turnover. So instead, put it in a player's hands that you know can create a shot, have good spacing, and let that player go to work. And that's what he did. He gets by Van Vliet, and then he gets a great N1, a huge finish on that play, and the Knicks hold on for this win. But again, the idea is that they held on for the win because a week ago, they were unable to do that in Dallas. So it's a huge turn of events for them. And the difference is Jalen Brunson was on the floor in this game.
All right, so the Knicks had an 8-game winning streak. They then had a 5-game losing streak. Now they have a 4-game winning streak.
They're just like you, Bill.
Roller coaster.
It was a little chaotic out here tonight. But over the last 17, Knicks are now 12-5, and they were able to come through in the fourth quarter, as we're talking about, when it mattered most.
Yeah, the decision-making is terrific in the fourth, and so much of that, we will continue to say this over and over, has to do with Jalen Brunson. But also, you've got Quentin McBride, who comes in and hits big-time buckets in the fourth. As you get a look here, Evan Fournier, quality minutes, not a ton, but quality minutes when he was on the floor. You get a look at a score he had, this terrific assist to Deuce McBride. I apologize, I said Quentin McBride. Deuce McBride. Evan also had a really great defensive play.
Don't call him Trace McBride.
I should, right?
Can we call him Trace?
I mean, he was just knocking him down today with tremendous confidence. But again, Toronto, a squad that doesn't go away. Siakam doing his best on the glass there, able to get that one to go. Van Vliet puts pressure on the rim.
That's
this
when you
was
knew.
a big three.
Yeah, that's when you kind of knew.
Down
Like,
the stretch.
Yep.
You start to hold your breath a little bit. You get this crazy one from Gary Trent Jr., who has strung together, I believe at this point, he's had 3 30-point performances out of his last 4 games, I believe.
27 here in this game. But here's the play. Like, drives to the basket. This is a 2-point game. Drives to the basket and not only gets the play, but then draws the foul as well and the free throw. And that's, again, a big finish. So Julius Randle gets it started for the Knicks tonight, and Jalen Brunson closes it.
I told you Jalen was going to make his free throws.
And he did.
I told him.
Yeah, well, free throws were something to watch, as we talked about before this game. And there were a couple that got a little dicey.
A little bit.
Still, the ones that they had to make, they made. And that includes that last one there.
All right, so Brunson down the stretch. And, Alan, you mentioned Julius Randle. Boy, that first quarter. 19 points.
Insane.
Yeah.
5 threes. They took one away. They took one away. If it had been 6, it would have tied the most threes by a nick and a quarter, as it was 5 threes for him. Yeah. 19 points. 19 of his 32 come in the first quarter.
Your old ESPN colleagues, en fuego.
Right.
Like, that's literally what he was to start this game. He just felt good, and the 3-ball was going down for him early. He's a top 5 in the league first quarter score. So he is ready at the starting. Whatever he does, Monica, in his pregame warm-up, it works.
Yeah,
because the beginning of the game, he's ready to go. And he was in this game. And when he's feeling it, like he knows I got the touch, he's just going to keep letting it fly until it misses. And then when it does, all right, let me get into the paint and make some plays. And that's what he did in this game certainly as well. But the double-double you love, the ball movement, you can see it. This is 2 of his 3 assists were showing you right there. But the 3-pointers early on, man, and how about that strong finish at the basket? with the three-pointers. And so I love this. He gets what we thought was the record, 6 threes in a quarter. And, you know, the tweet goes out from the team, and everybody's talking about it. And then, of course, on review, they take one of the threes off because I guess his foot was on the line. So, okay, he didn't get the record, but he still had a magnificent first quarter.
You know what they call that?
What do they call that?
Hating. Some straight-up haters. Let Julius have the record.
Just let it go?
Yeah, man, come on. I just love the aggressiveness.
I think it was like maybe just wait a minute before you put out that information.
Gosh. I just love the aggressiveness. And when you got it like that, go for it. I mean, that's video game mode, en fuego, whatever you want to call it. And I won't say that the Raptors dared him to take those shots, but I don't think they respected that jumper enough. Like, OG Anunoby was in the vicinity on a lot of those, just wasn't quite ready for Julius to either take that small step back or get that rhythm dribble and get into his jump shot. But good for him.
You know, it's interesting. You look at the game, the Knicks were up 17 in the first half. One of the trends that we've seen when things don't go well is the Knicks opposition cutting a big lead at the half.
Yep.
10 points, 17 down to 10. And then the third quarter, the Raptors really asserted some control.
Yep.
And then, as we mentioned, the Knicks were up big, and they were able to close it out. And they were able to close it out, Alan, because, as we mentioned, I mean, Jalen Brunson, and we've been here a lot of years when there's been no point guard to get things done. And this game is won with point guards getting plays made when the games are decided.
It's just, that has been always the missing element for this team in years past, in recent years past as well, is just the ability to get good possessions and to get good buckets and to get that kind of production from the point guard position. And this is a guy who is doing it as a starter full-time for the first time in his career. And, I mean, just watch these plays. Look at the footwork. Look at the strength, the ability to finish, to get these and ones. I mean, this is a guy that is a professional scorer, and he's ready for the moment. And I don't think anybody in the league now is talking about they gave him $100 million. Now it's like they only gave him $100 million. I mean, how valuable he has been to this team. And obviously that basket being such a huge basket. Again, big moment, big shot kind of personality that he has. I want the ball. I'm going to make that shot. And he does. And that is the difference. And the Knicks are now 4 games over 500. That is the difference in winning and losing in this league. It's as simple as that. You can be in a close game late, but you just can't get those executions late, right? They can now because they have a guy that can do it.